Hello. Okay, I wonder if somebody will join me live. I will wait a couple of seconds, but I hope that everything is good. Today, just using my phone, it's the simpler solution. And I've just hopped in today because I have a short message, but really important. I'm crazy about working with cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, all these kind of cards because they bring messages from the quantum, and I love also working with metaphor. And when I was thinking about this live for you today, I have chosen this card. Do you see it? I hope you see it clearly. This is the card of intuition. Oh, I think no. The intuition. Hello, Helen. How are you? So, the intuition. And I think this is a powerful message because what we see on this card is a woman with some awl. Awl is the symbol of wisdom. And I do believe that each of us really can tap into this inner wisdom that we have. And think about your life. I'm sure that there was some situation in your life that this little tiny voice, this little tiny voice was telling you something. But the voice of intuition is completely different than the voice of ego, yeah? What are the differences? Maybe I should start with this. The voice of ego, the voice of your mind is kind of trickster, yeah? It will be telling you a lot of, it will be overwhelming you with information. It will be playing with your mind completely, and at the end of the day, you will be completely bewildered, you will feel perplexed, and you will really not know what to do. And what we are doing in such situations, when we are doing this logical analysis, of course, I'm not saying that logic is completely out, yeah, but and it's good to use our brain and ego as well, but only to some extent, because as I say, our ego, and this is my experience, this is experience of my clients and my friends, when we start to make this analysis, very often we are ending with analysis paralysis because we have a lot of information that are sometimes contradictory, that exclude each other, and you don't know what to do, yes? So what we start doing, we start to ask other people. And again, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with asking other people for advice as long as you are this ultimate decision maker. Because sometimes we ask 5 people or 10 people, our family members, our partners, our friends, and again, they have different opinion. Again, they have excluding each other pieces of advice. And then we land completely bewildered, as I said. But coming back to your intuition, yes, well, what is extremely important? Your intuition will never lie to you. Will never lie to you. And what I discovered when I'm working with my own intuition, when I work also with my women, and when I talk to my friends, sometimes it is difficult for us to accept what the intuition is telling, because what I've observed, our intuition is usually radically honest. Of course, it uses different language. Your intuition may speak to you in form of some symbols, yeah, in form of some pictures. You may hear something. Very often, this is my case, my intuition communicates with me via my dreams, yeah. I receive a lot of downloads during my dreams. sometimes I receive some sentence, exactly ready-made sentence, but what I've been observing, yeah, exactly, intuition is best friend. But what I feel that sometimes we receive so much information, we are actually bombarded with this, that we forgot to trust ourselves. Yeah, we forgot, and especially why it is happening, because our intuition sometimes tells us something that is logically illogical. Yeah, that is logically even maybe not accepted, that our intuition gives us some advice that we should, inverted commas, or that we must do something that is completely opposing all this that we believed from our brain. Yes, and we think like, what, I should do this is completely contrary to logical thinking. But exactly, it is like that. Intuition is contrary very often to logical thinking. But what I can tell you, intuition has really treasures for you. It's just this question, whether you are going to give yourself this inner permission to follow it or not. And when I think about relationships, always relationship with our partners or relationship with ourselves, because this is, I think, the most relationship that we have, and this is, the starting point. uh, Very often we don't trust ourselves. Very often we don't give ourselves this permission. We think, maybe I want too much. Yes, or quite often we are also kept by fear, because for example, you are in a relationship with somebody, and you know exactly that this is not the person you should be spending any fucking hours more in your life, because you are wasting your precious time, you are wasting your life, this person is draining your energy. But for example, you are staying with him or her for, I don't know, financial reason, for some comfort, or because of their family or kids or whatever. And many of my clients are after divorces, after breakups. Yes, and as painful as it was during all this process, usually after some time, and I want to emphasize, it's after some time. It's not like, I don't have a magic wand and it's not happening within a second. Yeah, but they say, oh my goodness, my breakup was my blessing, or my divorce was my blessing. Looking from inside, they say, gosh, it was the best thing that has ever happened to me, because it released me from this person finally. Yeah, and sometimes I can compare breakups or divorces to a little bit. I will use the metaphor of redecoration. Yes, I think a redecoration that we are doing in our house. Of course, we plan that it will be beautiful. We buy new furniture, beautiful picture, etc., etc. But first, this is my experience always in my life, girls. When we are doing redecoration, it always lasts longer. It always lasts longer. Oh my gosh. And there is a moment during this process that you are fed up. You are like, oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't started this. Yeah, because it's all mess. Usually these guys that are doing this, it's my case. Yeah, they keep telling me all the time that I want something which is so difficult to create, also so difficult to do, that it's like mission impossible. And for sure it's gonna be more expensive, it's gonna last longer. And at this moment, you are like in the wire pool, yeah, and you say like, oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't started this, yeah, and you have the feeling that it will never end. You are just surrounded by this massive mess. But a couple of days or weeks, sometimes true, passes, and your flat, your house starts to look more and more beautiful. And then finally, finally this redecoration is over and you start to put these beautiful pictures. You start to arrange your space in the new creative, beautiful way, aligned with where you are energetically, where you are in your life, what you want to create. And this is the same with relationships and with our work, with our partners and with our work with ourselves, because I think this work is the most important when we are going through some process. And probably it's not even like a breakup, it's not even like a divorce. I think it's all the process. For example, like healing. Yeah, I think healing is a very good example. Yeah. And healing must be done. It's something that, you may have a beautiful vision. You may want to create something in your, sorry, my allergy. But if you keep repeating these old patterns, if you keep repeating, if your wheels are all the time in the same, your wheels of your car of life are sort of spinning, you must do the healing, because without this, you will be subconsciously repeating these patterns, yeah? And healing is probably never-ending process, but after we have healed this major stuff, then it's of course much easier, yes, and we don't need to spend so much time, we don't need to give so much energy, because we just are in a different place, we feel so much better, yes. So I believe that this is very important. Maybe I sidetracked a little bit, but intuition is always important in all these processes, in all our life. And my message to you today is just follow your intuition and, give yourself this permission of not being critical to what you hear, of not being, judging. Oh, this is also very important, because we have this tendency of judging our pieces of advice that come from intuition, yeah, because we say, sometimes, of course, self-critic or this inner judge, yeah, who I am to want this, yeah. All this stuff that comes up to the surface. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of this. Yeah, your intuition tells you to take some brave step. And yeah, in life, I believe that if you want to have the life really in alignment with your purpose, the life that is that you really live your deep values, you must take a risk. Of course, you must take a risk, and this risk is, I think, of sometimes investing money in some help, because truth to tell, very often it is very difficult to arrange something, to do it yourself way. Yeah. I remember some time ago when I was investing in my coach, and we have this beautiful conversation, and she told me her prices and all these. Of course, I was fucking scared, because I thought, oh my gosh, my ego was scared. And we had this conversation in the evening, and I told her that I will give her the answer in the morning. But of course, what I knew, because I decided to listen to my intuition, I'm very happy that I did it. I knew after this conversation that I feel her energetically, and I really want to work with her. And I knew after this conversation 100% that I'm making this decision. I didn't tell her at this time, because I just needed to figure out some things, like how I'm going to pay for our work, whether to pay upfront or whether to pay in some installments. I finally decided to pay upfront. But anyway, yeah, I knew that from the very beginning that it's hell yes. And this is this kind of intuition, the kind of intuition advice that that you just know. Sometimes you meet some man, you meet some person, and you feel this vibe, you feel this energy, you know that this is this person, yeah, and you feel intuitively that there will be something amazing out of this, or there will be some adventure, there will be some love affair, or maybe even some relationship, yeah, you feel it, yeah, and you don't know really to know this person a lot of times. Sometimes you meet somebody and you feel that you've known this person for a very, very long time. This is intuitive feeling, yeah. On the other hand, sometimes you met somebody and again, intuitively, you feel some kind of resilience, yeah. Everything is in order with this person. But you know you are not going to get into any relationship with this person, any business contract or cooperation. You just know. So finishing this short rant, yeah, I just want to really, really, really encourage you to go within and to listen to your inner voice, this in this intuitive voice. And what I also want to emphasize, everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. You don't need to have some special, because this is a myth, yeah. You don't need to have some special set of qualities or competences to access your intuition. And the more you do it, the more you deepen this contact, the better you are going to be at receiving this signals and receiving this hints, yeah, that comes from this voice, yeah. So I want to really strengthen this and emphasize this, that you don't need special skills. Because especially when I had clients who were like Excel clients, as I said, I mean, people who are working, women who are working in IT, in this kind of projects, they are working with men. They are maybe more logical than intuitive. They were at the beginning a little bit lost and said, well, but how to do it, yeah? There was again this ego resistance, yeah? How to do it? I don't have special competence, but believe me, you do not need a PhD or any other degree to access your intuition. So what I'm encouraging you to do is when you find some space, some free time and some safe space, you can sit, you can just close your eyes, take a couple of breaths, put your hand on your heart. I always do it. I think it is for me, this is some kind of connection to my intuition, to my soul, and even you can say it's allowed, yeah. Welcome my soul today, or welcome my heart, welcome my intuition, whatever resonates with you best, and just tap into this space and ask the question. Ask for guidance, ask for some signs, yes, and be open to receive it, yeah. Be just open and be curious and have fun with it, and have this light-hearted approach, yeah. So this is my message to you, and yes, of course, I didn't introduce myself. If you are if you are new to my world, Magdalena Warych here, empowerment coach and transformational guide. I work with women who have abandoned themselves in relationships, and I help them reclaim their power and unleash their lioness and become irresistible. So if you feel that you would like to have a chat with me because, I don't know, maybe you have some problems with tapping to your intuition, or maybe you feel that you are repeating the patterns, yeah, and maybe it resonates with you what I've just said. So just let's hop on a call. It's not going to be a sales call. It's just going to be a human interaction 45, 50 minutes. We will see where you are. We will see what your troubles are. And for sure, you will get some value out of this meeting. I will give you some hints, and I will tell you what shifts you need to make to get out of this place. And if you are then interested how it looks like to work with me, of course I'll be open to tell you about it. So thank you for being here. When you then watch the replay, give me #replay, and have an awesome day, guys. Yeah, have an awesome, beautiful day, and enjoy. And remember, listen to your guts, because your intuition will never lie to you. Thank you so much.